This summer, I did an engineering program in Cooper Union. It was a digital logic design class in which for the first 3 weeks we learned the techniques of how to use the different logic gates, and the next 3 weeks we had a final group project. My group decided to build an encryption machine. We used a variation of PGP, which stands for Pretty Good Privacy. This encryption method uses public and private keys in order to encrypt a message and decrypt it. The public keys would encrypt and the private keys decrypt so that the receiver of the message can read what was sent to him or her. We decided to encrypt letter by letter so the letter would be typed in and then changed into a binary number. The binary number would go through encryption based on the various keys that we had using modular calculations. We decided that in order to make the public and private keys as secure as possible, we would use a random prime number generator to generate the keys. The random number would go through multiplication and lowest common multiple in order to get to the private and public keys. Now came the planning. What turned out to be the hardest part of the planning was figuring out how to do what would be easy calculations like multiplication and division in 1 bit, but convert it into 6 bits or even larger. For instance, in the modular circuit, the number input would have to be subtracted again and again, but it also had to stop when it was lower than the multiple of the prime numbers. For this, we had to figure out how to reuse the chips in order to be more efficient. We used a program called LogSim on the computer to test everything, and then once we had it in working order, which was usually after a few attempts, we started building and debugging and making sure that every wire was in the correct position. By the end of the whole process, we had built a way to input the number that you wanted to encrypt it, decrypt it, and display the letter at each step of the process. We also had a button to press if you wished to change the public and private keys.